Welcome. Sorry for the confusion with the time. There was a time change in Europe, but it wasn't here yet, so we have it next week. I think for the only people that stays always the same is for Western Australia. I think it's always 4 o'clock. Yeah. Very easy. Laura.
Hello.
Hello.
The words that come up is self-management. Like there's such a lot of self-management that happens here. And it's a nightmare.
Yeah. Yes. totally get it. If it believes that that is all there is, yeah, it's an absolute nightmare.
Or I'm not sure even if it's believe, it's like if that's all it knows. Like I can
Yeah,
say I believe it's not, but the orientation is that it does. That's the only way it knows how to move.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it's like I can see it, but there's little I can do about it.
Yeah. Yeah, for all of us the same. Then, just for fun, let's just see if it is possible to be here, maybe just considering
Of course.
there is nothing to do in this moment. It's such a luxury just for one moment in our field here. There's nothing to be done. Nowhere to go, no special way to be, nothing to change or fix or get rid of. Oh, just feel there's some dribbles somewhere, touches somewhere. Oh, just for the tiniest of moment, just here. And it flips, Oh, considers. It's like, oh, and like, oh. Can you feel it? It's just, oh, and see it.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful to see that.
It's the constant alertness, like someone in the
Yeah.
house just came back, so it goes out, oh, do I need to manage something now that's different? Or
Yes.
do I need
Yes.
to close the door? Do I need to open the door? Do I need like
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly that. And nothing wrong with that because it's not about changing that even. It's letting it do what it does because, because it's kind of an effortless surrender. I'm talking about that a lot. It's that seeing, just that tiny moment where it's not a collapse and it's not in action. It's kind of that in the middle,
mm.
in the middle, where it sees every movement seen from there. And it can move and do whatever it needs to do. And this just stays here and bows. Oh, it's even too much, Words are clumsy here. Oh, look, my system just loves it. Oh. Doesn't mean that it's not getting up to open or close the door, whatever needs to be done. Mm. It's like it just creates a little bit of space. It takes itself off the hook or something. love being here with you, this and that. Beautiful. Chip does all these movements by itself, and we're here. Whatever we are, nobody can say. Mm. Gosh, and the system goes, vulnerable, just loves the invitation. At least that's what I'm perceiving. Mm. It's kind of an ongoing invitation, isn't it? It's like, it loves to be invited again and again. Just a moment, just here. Phew, hands off. Thoughts are coming, thoughts are going. Sensations coming, going.
There's kind of like a disbelief and a surprise in the invitation because it's just not, it's not in my world.
Cool. That is seen, coming and going. Acknowledging, honoring if it needs to be honored. Stopping for it for a moment. Yeah, understand. Letting it go again by itself. And then there will come the next. That's just how it is. Comes the next idea, next belief, or next thought. Sometimes it's, it can just go. And sometimes we need to stop for it for a moment. Share it with each other until it can pass. And that there's this, which just doesn't move, or that it's like a rock, but it is space. Both. So solid, but it's like a laser beam or something. Splits everything, but so solid. I so love what you invite me to. So beautiful. Most beautiful invitation.
It's like a complete desperation, but not in a like outward way.
I
It's
see it. I see it. That's why. That's most exquisite invitation.
out there. It's just so not, solid, and yet it knows it's there, but it can't access it very easily.
I love what you just said. You said out there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what all the sages have said and still say that, and that's where we come to. Out there, you can't find any ground. Never, ever. It's just not out there. It's just not. Nothing you can rely on out there. And you see it. It's despair and suffering and all of it.
So it's just a little bit of confusion, and I'm not even sure how to speak it. So when I know what you're saying. When I said out there, it's like when this is out there, it can't be here.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So let's just have a look. Can you identify what it is that goes out there? What is that?
Well, I guess the major difference would be like here, there's nothing being asked of me, so I don't have to move anywhere. But
Yes.
when I'm out in the world, things are being asked of me constantly that are not comfortable here. So I go out to, yeah, I'm not sure.
What is it that goes out? It's a, there's no right or wrong in this question.
Mm,
In the answer. There's no right or wrong.
yeah,
Just
I
see
would
what
love
it
to.
is.
Fear, I guess, conditioning, it's like the mind. I mean, is it?
So let's see what happens, we're here and we had tiny moments of here-ness where there's
Moments.
yeah, moments is, how many beings never even
I
have a
know,
moment.
that's why I'm like, to me, they're massive.
It is massive. We could not have a fun conversation even if we wouldn't know that. So there is that moment, and then all of a sudden it's nearly like it jumps out of its own skin, huh? And goes into
And then it's lost,
confusion.
and then it's totally lost.
Yes, and it's totally lost. So what we're playing with in our meetings since forever, in a way, is inviting it. Yeah, beautiful. Inviting it to come back in. Let's say it like that. Whatever
What,
that is, it jumps
yeah,
out.
what? Like when I need to know so I can invite it back.
Yes.
Because it
So
feels like the same thing here, just a different, I don't know.
so in this moment, oh, there's a big dog somewhere. In this moment, we could see if it's possible. One approach would be to invite our systems to not have to do anything. That moment of luxury, you're not in anywhere
Yeah.
right now.
And
You don't.
when that's the invitation, it naturally lands here.
Good. Fantastic. So that's our foundation.
So I wonder when that's not the invitation, how to land it here.
That's such a good question. That's the best question ever. That's the beginning of something new.
Can you answer it?
Yeah, I can answer it by, I'm always speaking from my own experience, of course. It is an ongoing invitation that has to be experienced. I guess that's what the body is good for. So it has to be felt. It has to be experienced, all the senses, as many senses as possible have to experience it. And then at one point, my own experience again, it it knows the way.
And that's not particularly possible when you're out in the world because
Oh,
it is. when things are
more.
moving fast and there's lots being asked and think like, because the body goes into an overwhelm and then it can't actually even find.
It is a practice. I don't like that word so much, but it
Yeah,
is practice.
yeah,
Like, you know, if that is your main interest, like, you know, some people are from, I don't know, when just want to play the piano or want to paint, or, you know, when there's that passion behind it. Because then it's not a drill, you know. It's like,
and that's interesting because I say it's my main interest, but out there I don't seem to be doing very well.
not yet. Not yet. See, it's like when you start something, at first it might not. Remember when you were a child and you had to start writing? You know, when you had a pen in your hands for the first time and you start to, gosh, and it went all over the place, and then they gave you lines, and so and it just went over all the time, and you know, all different directions, and then all of a sudden you have this beautiful handwriting. Oh, phew, and it just flows, and gosh, looks so beautiful. And that it feels also beautiful, you know, when you have the right pen and the right paper, you know that feeling? It's like, just the right pressure. It's like your saliva glands get activated by that. It's so yummy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's that. But at first, it's like, gosh, how do I do that? It's like that. So, and then if you can stay with every little tiny success, it's like, wow, here it goes immediately in that invitation. Wow. So your system, whatever we want to call this, has an experience of that. And now it's like, how can I make that my life? And you fall over 1,000 times. You know, there's a beautiful poem from Rumi, you know, even if you've broken your vows 1,000 times, come again, come again. It's a much more beautiful poem, but that's the main thing there. Doesn't matter. You fall over, you get up again and again and again, because this is your passion. This is your interest. Yeah. Everything else, leave it alone. Don't spend a moment there. Just whenever it is good, whoa, you fall on your knees. It's such a gift. It is such a gift. It's such a rare, rare gift. So I would say you're doing amazing. You're showing up again and again with that passion. And it is the felt sense that makes it possible to make the next step. It's an experience. Definitely an experience. Otherwise, this whole thing wouldn't be here without experience, without senses. Mm. Mm. And at first it might drop in through the mind, so the mind also loves to understand, but the mind in itself is cold. It doesn't feel anything. It's very clever and smart, but it's could be the beginning, and then it drops, trickles slowly into felt sense experience, and then it knows. Mm. That's already, I mean, such a gift to find like-minded beings. Oh my God. Mm. I remember those times, I was all alone. I guess it's for most of us, all alone. Nobody
Mm,
there that could speak like this or could
mm,
understand. And it's like just
mm,
empty beings all over the place,
mm.
all alone. All of a
It's
sudden,
so
that
obvious. Like if I'm out sometimes and I see someone from the Sangha, there's just this instant, ah,
there you go.
and I don't
Yes.
even have to like, they may be sitting on the other side of the room at a kirtan or a yoga class or something, but there's just this like instant home.
Yes, there you go. Exactly, that's it. That's it. Maybe you can access it also through imagination.
Mm,
Yeah. There are many ways. Or, for me, it's always been a good smell. I would walk with little beautiful smells in my pocket and just
mm,
goes immediately to the brain and changes all the chemistry and oh, here I am, shoo,
mm,
coming back, or whatever it is, the beautiful
mm,
color, beautiful something, taste
mm,
or sound, the bird or butterfly coming by, or
mm, mm,
yeah, the little flower on the side of the road. Mm. Just, yeah, you find for yourself what it is that invites you, come back home.
mm.
Lucky us, huh?
I mean, yeah, it's unbelievable.
Um,
I'm just taking a couple more minutes because it's just coming to rest.
Such a pleasure to sit with you. Mhm. Thanks, Laura. Karma.
Mhm. Hey,
Hello.
Meike.
Hi. Well, here too, with excitement and all that. Let's just see it. It just can be the way it is. If just, from another perspective, from another point of view, so it's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Nowhere to go, nothing to change, nothing to fix. Somehow the system has to do what it has to do for whatever reason we don't know. And we're just there. Yeah. Beautiful. Don't have to look, don't have to. It's just, our privilege to hang out together with this. Because, we both know beyond. I know you know beyond, and I know you know that I know beyond. So here we are, and then there's all these movements and, difficulties. So, yeah, it's all right. It's all right. We don't have anything to prove. We know we know. We know that we know that we don't know. Yeah, it's so funny with the wording, but you know what I mean.
Yes.
And then there's all these movements that kind of squeeze themselves into some boxes and bubbles, and so we see it, and it's okay. They can be here with us. Yeah. Gosh. Yeah. Don't have to change, fix, get rid of. I guess that's the major point. Mm. From within those boxes and bubbles, it just doesn't like it, just can't hear it. But so that's why we need to get the bigger picture in here too, because I know it's no doubt.
It's appreciated.
Yeah. Thanks for hearing that. Adding that in. Yeah. Feeling the breeze that you're getting there. You're getting a breeze.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Is it hot over there?
It has been hot, yes. Today is a little bit better. But I'm glad you got the breeze.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah. We're having rain, so it's actually relatively cool. Yeah,
Okay.
we had lots of rain. Yeah. Today rained all day long. It's all right. It's cool. It's just a bit damp.
Good for the land.
Yeah, and then it starts molding everywhere after a while. And, you don't have that in WA. It's more dry, huh?
It is. I did live on the East Coast once, and I remember mold growing on their shoes.
Yep.
Yep,
They do that. Yeah. Got to be after it all the time. And then just seeing how is it now being here.
Settled.
isn't it just so beautiful? I mean, I love in our, how we invite each other actually to show up, to be real, to be vulnerable, to, oh yeah, just that showing up, not hiding anything. And I guess I mean, maybe it's only possible because there is a knowing of that which holds everything, isn't it? Because without that, whoa,
Yeah, it makes it all okay.
it makes it all okay. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you for reading.
Oh, thanks for inviting me. It's my most favorite job. If there is one, I could not ask for anything better. I just love it. I love it.
Very well suited.
Yeah, we're a good couple, huh?
Touche.
Yeah.
Ah,
Mm. So beautiful to see, huh? It says coming and going, and then moments of where it stays a little longer, just a little, moves again. It's amazing, isn't it?
It's yeah, it is amazing. It's it's almost speechless. It's like it moves away from identifying with the mind and the body. And then there's a movement of mind or something, and straight away it's back in.
Yeah.
So the moving away is when it's just witnessing rather than identifying, touching. Yeah, witnessing rather than touching it. But it happens by itself.
So what happens when there is, because there's moments of, how can I say, when it focuses, let's say that attention focuses on that which does not move. The core, the core, the core, the core, beyond, the beyond, the beyond. And that, when the focus is, oh, when it's there, when it's resting there, tension or whatever it is, how is that? Because there are moments.
It feels like itself.
Can you speak a little bit more about that?
It's just holding it all. It's like it's all allowed to be. And there's a delight to be in that place of allowing it all. And it's loving, it's benevolent. It's like it's not here at all, but it's intelligent.
busy. Mhm.
Mm.
Cameron.
I didn't realize I had the gesturing things on.
Say again. I could not hear that.
I didn't realize that I had the gesturing things on, that when you do this, it raises your hand like that. Anyway,
Oh, I
sorry.
see. No worries. I saw your hand,
All right,
your real hand.
real hand, not my pretend hand. I think it's a Rumi poem. I am in love with love, and love is in love with me.
Mhm.
And there's for me something about being in these meetings has always been not just the investigation, but the being held, and the being witnessed and being held. And I was thinking about that earlier today, that for me, that's always felt like a wedding.
Oh, no, I get it. Yes.
You know, like the beloved comes together and is held and is witnessed. And there's in this system, there's like this vacillation sort of movement between being awareness, which is unconditional love, I guess, and then the activity of the mind that goes along with that. I remember, something that you and Isaac used to talk about a lot about falling in love, was that falling in love was love falling in love with itself, and then the patterns, and then the patterns start to have their interrelationship, right? And love is still in love with itself, right? Like that's still happening, but the attention shifts.
Yes.
It shifts to the patterns, because that is where the ego is being fed, or where the disruption is, right? Like, and so like there's this pull, the attention gets pulled.
Yeah.
And so the mind tries to lay itself down for its own inspection, right? Like there's all of this activity that's being generated, and then it's like more activity to observe the activity.
It's incredible, isn't it? It's incredible.
It's recursive. It's just this endless loop, right? It never ends.
No, it never ends.
And with the experience that is happening in my life at the moment, like when we've talked before, it's like, if your car is broken, you take it to the mechanic to get fixed. And awareness can say, the car needs repair. Take it to the mechanic. And the mind can say, but I don't have the money for that. Or this car's a piece of shit. Or how am I going to get to work? Or right, like it can, but awareness can still point towards the practical action right?
Mhm.
The thing to do, and it surfaces in the mind as a thought, right? As something to be done, but without a story around
Yes.
it.
Mm.
Um, and so with the experience that's happening in my life at the moment, I'm finding that there is this, that when we, who you know, are being held in this space,
Mhm.
there is awareness, and there is deep love, and there is gentleness, and there is spaciousness and patience, and all love, joy, beauty. Um, doesn't take away from the car needs to go to the mechanic, right? But that is the experience, and then the approaching of the issue or the issues comes from a very different place,
Yes.
because it's being approached with love and curiosity and patience and all those things.
Mm.
But then it feels like the habit is then to step into the activity of the mind
Mhm.
around all of that, and to lose, not to lose, but to like drop a shroud over the lantern, right? Like
Mhm.
darken the light or something. Like I don't quite
Mhm.
know how to
Mhm.
say it, but it's like, oh, there's all of this beauty that's happening over here, and there's this light, and this light is like showing the cracks in the wall and the paint peeling and all of this other stuff, right? And so it's just like, well, that's the thing that requires attention. So, well, I know it's there now. So let me go fix those things, right? And again, doesn't mean that there's not that activity to do, but there's somehow some way, some mechanism of the mind which like puts all attention on that rather than keeping attention on this.
Mm.
And then there is not speaking truthfully and or speaking truthfully, but being misheard, or miscommunication, or um, and a loss of uh, gentleness and curiosity,
Yes.
um, and that um, in me, that feels like such a profound loss
Yeah.
to um, to not be face to face with my beloved, and to be able to speak like this. There's an anguish that comes with that.
Mhm.
And um, I neither want to take refuge in the absolute and pretend the car's not broken, or paint is peeling or whatever, right? Like I don't want to do that. I know the cost of that. I've done that before.
Yeah.
And equally, I don't want to give all of my attention to the paint is peeling.
Yes, exactly.
Like I want to be both aware of this, calling the painter or scraping the paint or whatever it is, right? Like, but from a place of gentleness and curiosity and patience, I guess. Like, it doesn't all have to be cleaned up and fixed right now, today, you know. I know that I don't think any of us particularly like the word practice, and I suspect that we like the word discipline even less. And one of the things that I remember Gangaji saying like years ago was like the price of freedom is eternal vigilance, right?
Yeah.
To stand guard at the door of the mind, right, and be very aware of what you allow in or
Yes.
out, for that matter, right? Like this, which is in itself a practice or a discipline. It's something to do. It requires attention. There is trouble, as you know, or let's call it trouble for lack of being too defined about it. And I want to be in love with whom I most love.
Fantastic.
And to just let the light show what is there. And it feels for me like the only possibility of like truly intimate, loving, relating with a significant other is by standing here.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's what I see.
And coming back, or not even coming back, because you never go, but like that the awareness returns to awareness first, always back, always back, always back. And there's this, I had this realization when we talked on the retreat that I have been very isolated for a very long time, and feeling very alone. And that all I needed to do was to come to one of these meetings, and that feeling evaporated.
Yes, it's amazing.
Because
that has its own timing, huh? It has its own timing. You can't push it. You can't. It happens when it happens.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think there's some benefit in the pain, right? Because, like, suffering brings attention.
Absolutely.
And it would be somewhat more enjoyable to be able to bring the attention without the suffering. That would be
Yeah,
cool.
that would be cool. Yeah.
But it brings attention, and I when I was living in Brisbane and I used to drive to Byron to
Yes, I remember.
hang out with you and Isaac, it was like, especially when I was driving on my own, like I had you and Isaac in the car with me. I would have this entire conversation with you on the 2.5 hour drive down. And then I'd get to satsang and I'd go to sleep. Like whatever it was that was like rattling around in my skull came to peace on the way there. And then I was just like, oh, well, I'll just hang out and sleep and giggle and then drive home again. There was also something about like being naked, like to be to speak the thing that the mind wants to remain unspoken. The ugly thing, the shameful thing, the whatever, right? The thing that the mind says you will be judged for thinking that or doing that or I realize that's a lot of talking, a lot of reporting. This word navigate comes up a lot, and navigating is an activity of the mind, right? Like
it is.
If you go for a walk in the woods, you can navigate. And in many instances, it's very wise to navigate so you don't go wandering off a cliff, right?
It's
like
good to know where you are. Yeah.
To know where you are. And also, if the land is somewhat familiar,
absolutely,
then you don't necessarily need to navigate, right? You can kind of feel your way through. Not that way. There's I'll backtrack. I'll try that way around, right?
Yeah.
Like there's this much more intuitive way of walking the path that presents, I guess, as distinct to the path that you have told yourself is there that you need to follow. And so I am trying to reconcile or balance, I guess, the being in love or being love and the work that presents with being in love and finding that difficult.
So, my invitation here would be, just for a moment, drop it. Nothing to do. It's just that, that luxury in this moment here. Yeah. Just dropping it all. You can pick it up again. You might even, but it's just such a luxury. It's like, oh, hey, Cameron. It's just, wow. Nowhere to go, nothing to do. Just same old in a way. Just us being here. Having a moment of being together. Knowing each other since forever or what. Mm. 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 Not even wanting anything. Yeah. And you can feel how both of our systems start breathing immediately. So nothing is asked of them. Just here-ness. Seeing my system too. Oh gosh, just a moment with my old friend Cameron. We don't have to pretend, we don't have to show each other anything. It's what's so beautiful in that meeting of where we don't have to do anything. We know that we know, or we know each other somewhere else before knowing actually. Yeah, just meeting there for a bit. Movement.
You know, it's so interesting to me how easy meeting like this can be, and then how difficult sometimes it can be, like
Yep.
Depending upon whatever, the context or the relationship or, like I used to hang out with my nephews when they were little and it was just this all the time.
Yes.
Yeah. Like it was just always
Easy.
this. Yeah. And then in the patterns of relating, it seems to become almost like there is work to be done to meet like this, but actually that's not true. There may be work to be done, but to meet like this is just to meet like this.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. And with luck, when it goes into patterns in relating, with luck, there is a moment of where it comes back. It was so beautiful with Laura in the beginning. She said, going out, whatever that is. But when it comes back, that's the moment where we can meet again, isn't it? Where we touch base again and again and again. It seems like this is, to the end of our times. Yeah. I mean, I can just speak from my own experience. It's like the more this passion or this interest is living itself, I mean, wow, if I look at the person, Meike, it hasn't been an easy ride. Even during satsang days, even after having seen deeply, man, it was just the beginning of something new again. Whoa, all those places that had not seen, so.
Yeah.
But that's.
Well, it's like the lights get turned on, right? And then
yes.
a whole bunch of stuff disappears when the lights get turned on. But then there's what is left is usually the deepest, most traumatic, unaddressed, right? Like, the voodoo, right? Like that's what remains. And so like the filtering through of all those other things, like there's no longer a filter. It's just like.
Yes. Yeah. And then there is this experience that we have had of that which is beyond. I mean, it's so funny to speak about that, you know, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. That which holds it all. So I mean, that's why these meetings are so powerful. I'm just always amazed, you know, we meet now since 25 years or something, or even more, even longer, most of us. And wow, we come together and the field is available immediately.
Mm.
So it's right there. And with whatever comes, whoa, there it is. And something comes every time to peace. That's my experience. So it is powerful. It is and there is no end to this. It doesn't seem like that. I mean, yeah, not to
No.
me so far. It's not my experience. And now it's also not so necessary anymore because there's not that, or hasn't been that deep suffering that has been there in earlier years when I was younger.
Mm.
So there was that motivation of the suffering that is not so strong in the foreground anymore. So there's that other has just taken more space, which is amazing to experience. And it's amazing to see that it does that, at least in my personal experience, the more it hangs out in this space. You know, some people say new neural pathways just make networks, which makes sense. You know, that's the practicing or exercising, or, you know, the more often one does something, the easier it goes. And all of a sudden you don't have to think about it anymore. It's just, you know, it just flows like that. And then others might point out to you, wow, how did you do that? And you say, what? It becomes natural. It becomes natural.
Well, I think that's for me is these meetings are not a place for me, they're not a place to retreat to, right? Like it's
No,
not
exactly.
it's not a retreat. It's not
No.
a moment out of time at all. It's actually always this, all the time, even when I am angry or afraid or depressed or anything, even when
Yeah.
I'm happy, right? Like it's always this, and there is a the normalcy, you know, like I remember somebody asked me once in an interview, like why I was interested, you know, they were talking about Advaita Vedanta, but why I was interested in this. And I was like, well, because my spirituality demands logic. Right? Like this inquiry is profoundly rational. There's
Yeah.
nothing mystical about being in this. And it can be easy to drift from the quality of meeting and relating and dialogue that comes with being in this with you, with everyone who was here, with friends on the phone, right? Like, and then at least my experience has been that, and then there is just trouble, just trouble upon trouble upon trouble, because the quality of my own mental engagement shifts, or my own internal orientation shifts from this to that and that and that and that and that and that and that, right? And it's like there's this constant looking at all of the things that need to get fixed. The orientation towards the fixing of the problem rather than to love it, I guess.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. It's the loving part. If that is included, oh my God.
Yeah. It's not always easy, but yeah.
Yeah, see, again, you know, the more often it's experienced, it gets bigger. That's my experience. It's just one of those things. It's natural. It becomes more and more natural. the more it is invited, the more it is included, but it needs that interest. You know, if there's no interest, because you can't make it being interesting. It's just not possible. That's why,
Right.
you know, somebody else comes to a meeting and says, I had that the other day, a friend of mine I hadn't heard from since years, and said, sometimes I'm looking into your videos, he said, and I have no clue what that is about. But it might be a good business, he said. I said, okay, cool.
Yeah, it's
So,
not like flicking through YouTube videos.
no, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not. What the heck, you know, what are you doing? So, yeah. So, and maybe, you know, if I would have a conversation with him, it would be different. But you can see if there's an interest, then, you know, you become curious.
Mm.
Then you will find something. If there's no interest, not possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very simple in a certain way. And I don't know why we are so lucky and are interested in this.
Mm.
It's a bit arrogant to say that, but I'm very, very lucky. Gosh, that this interest is here.
Mm.
Yeah, makes life worth living for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Useless for the other world.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Beautiful sharing. Thanks, Cameron.
Thanks all.
Ellen.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm. Mm. Nah.
Mm.
Mm. Mm. Mm. Mm. I was really drinking all these words in, and yeah, And it's so beautiful to see that it's really, how to say that, it's more and more in my life. It's really deepening and deepening and deepening, and it's just there, and it's very simple. And in the meanwhile, I just see myself do things and, yeah, performing and doing this and doing that, and but it feels a little bit like it has really settled, something like that. And it's so beautiful.
So happy to hear.
Yeah.
So happy to hear.
So in a way, I'm very grateful for the suffering, what came into my life, because it
Yeah.
was so beautiful when you were speaking with Cameron. You know, he said something like the suffering was bringing him there, or that's a pity or something. But it's not. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Would be nice if it was
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
go
Oh, that
without,
was the
but
thing.
somehow seems like yeah.
Somehow
Wasn't
it's beautiful. It's also a gift or something like that.
it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's nice to see it mostly afterwards, one can see
Yeah, of
it.
course, I understand totally. It's true.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I can say for myself too, you know, for this, how it is now, I will go through all that stuff again.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
For this, yes, definitely.
Ah, that's beautiful how you say it.
Yeah. Yeah. So thank you all. Thank you.
I just wanted to say this.
Thank you. Judith.
Hmm. Hmm. Hi, Meike.
Hi.
Hmm. Hmm. Oh, little excitement is popping up. So little.
Yes, it's that.
Ah. Hmm. Mm. Mm. Yum, yum. Mhm.
Lekker.
Ja. Heel erg lekker. Dank je, Meike. Dank je. So precious. Oh, so precious.
Tommy, Tommy. Just got your name a bit different. Tommy.
Did you say tummy?
Yeah, I said Tommy.
Tommy.
Something there all of a sudden. Hello there.
Hello. I thought you said tummy. My mum sometimes calls me tummy.
Maybe I said that. I don't know. I was just somehow it felt like it wasn't right.
Yeah, I don't usually have glasses. Anyway, yeah. Wow, this is amazing. I had some idea at some point I was going to be here. And then at some point, I didn't know what time it was, what day it was. And then something realized and I came on. And I don't know what you've been doing, but I'm experiencing the incredibleness of this in a way I never have experienced before. Yeah, I like in this space then with you and Judith, I didn't experience like being a person at all. I experienced being a space, that being the truth of me being a space, and it was like I was experiencing shards, magnets, and you see those, you can get lead and attract shards of lead to magnets.
Yes.
Well, all these shards were coming off me. All the shards were going into the space,
Love that
into the
image.
field.
Just got
Yeah. Yeah, just flying off. Yeah, and I was like, wow. I was like, this is amazing, this is amazing, this space. And then I was like told that I don't know what was going on. I sort of actually lost my vision and everything went. Anyway, this is the space. There was some idea that they were my shards or something like this. And it was ridiculous, that's like it wasn't possible. Like it's like we're all space and we've all come and we're going into people or something and we're just clearing shards.
True.
And we're all doing it. And
Yes.
and it's just beautiful.
Yes.
It's incredible. And I've been, yeah, I've been had a lot of time being space for lots of shards. I don't know if that makes sense. And I feel like there's lots of shards on me, but I've been okay because I've been aware of it. And at some point, I'll get some space again. And I didn't know when that was going to be, and I didn't even know. And here I am, and I'm getting space again. I'm so grateful. You look so beautiful, Micah. And yeah, I'm just looking at you. So everyone else probably does too, but I'm looking at you.
Yes,
But you look
everybody
so
is.
beautiful tonight. I'm sure.
Mm.
And I wanted to put my hand up and it wasn't going up, you know. All these stories about how I shouldn't, and would that be okay? You know. Mm. Mm. I was really hurt last night by something my mother said. And she said it, and I just went into total silence. And then I just said, I'm going to go now. So I'm still in silence in relation to that. And hmm.
You invite me to feel that with you, whatever got touched there. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Beautiful.
Just felt beyond hurt.
Yeah. Just letting it be here with us. Yeah. Mm. Mm.
I just feel so ill-equipped to deal with being hurt and being able to be with my mother while she's going through what she's going through.
And how is it us being with this pain right now?
It's fantastic, except for the part of me that thinks I'm taking up everyone's time and all these things that I just don't have. I don't have anyone be with me. So,
Yeah. Oh, love being with you here. Thanks for letting me ask if I can be with you here.
it's always been, I've developed skills to be with me. That's all it's been.
Yeah.
It feels like that. So it's just such a gift to have this, you and spaces
Yes.
in the world.
Yeah. And look, it's so easy to be with this. Can you feel that? so, so easy. So easy. But it's, it's like a little child in a way, isn't it? Wow. Didn't understand that response at all. And so, wow. So let's just be with that. It's a little child in a way. Yeah. It's just
Yeah.
let her snuggle into us, and
Yeah.
we listen to that little heart.
Yeah. Hurt.
Misunderstood and just
Yeah.
yeah. And obviously your mom couldn't do it at that moment, so we do it. Doesn't matter who's doing it in a way.
No.
No. So
Yeah.
easy for us. So easy for us to be here with that little one, little girl. Mm. And how is
I
that?
just
Hearing those words that I just spoke, how is it?
that feels really good. But another part's coming up where I have this expectation, like my mum's dying, like she's facing so many things. And I have this expectation of myself to not be hurt by things she says and to be able to be so understanding and be with her like some perfect thing. And I'm not able to when she hurts me. She says really hurtful things.
Yeah, so could you let go of that expectation? Just in this moment, just in this moment. Could you let go of that?
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Yeah, makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Oh, it gives you a breath. Just in this moment, you can pick it up again. It's just really nice to have a look right here, right now, if it's possible to let go of that. Don't have to do that.
Yeah.
In this moment again.
I don't have to do that.
Yeah. Far.
Yeah, well, I've given myself 24 hours off so far.
Yeah. Oh, God, and another moment. You're giving yourself off another moment.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm thinking about going back there tomorrow to take her out for 2 hours because
Oh, good.
no one else does. And I just don't know if I can do it.
Oh, then you do have to decide that right now?
Something thinks so, but it's not true.
God, it's not true. Yeah. So what do you get for thinking that? That which thinks that. What does it get for it?
This is a whole heap of stress.
Yeah.
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 So much happening. I'm so aware of so much happening.
Yeah. When there's so much happening, see if it's possible to slow it down. I mean, I know you're a Byron Katie person, So that's the
Mm.
wonderful thing with writing things down, because, you know, when you go
Yeah.
one by one,
Yeah.
that's down, you know. You can do that by
Yeah.
writing down things, or just, you
Mm.
know, when you are right here in this moment
Yeah.
together, just
Yeah.
slowing
Yeah.
down. Yeah.
You know, it's like when you say that, makes it so easy.
Yes. See, you can see how
Mm.
educated your system is. It knows that already. Just needs a little
Yeah.
invitation. Ah, it takes the
Yeah.
invitation. Yeah.
You know, it just feels like, now that we've slowed down, it feels like my little girl, you know, that experienced some things, which is really little, is just coming up and out, and whew, you know, that's what it
Yeah.
feels like.
That's
And I'm
no
like, whoa.
argument.
Yeah.
Let's just see if we can together, if we can receive her together. You know, there she is, whatever experience she had and whatever she had to go through. Just see if we can sit with her or stand with her, or whatever she needs. And you stay as the grown, and at the same time that young one is there. So that you're not collapsing, you're not falling into her. You're here as the grown person.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you see her. Yes. And then we kind of invite her. So, oh, man, little one. There was a lot going on, and now we're here.
So how come she seems to flood my system? Or how does that get explained? Like the flood,
Yes.
and I have to watch it.
Yes, exactly. You see, it's
Mm.
like whatever experience she has had, it gave the whole system an overwhelming feeling, and kind of not being able to deal with those sensations. So she might have jumped out of herself.
Yeah, she did,
She did,
for
see?
sure.
So far out.
Yeah.
Fantastic to see that. Fantastic to
Yeah.
acknowledge that. Because it's a survival mechanism. So she found a way to survive that situation that was unbearable for whatever
Mm.
reason, you know? So that's why you
Yeah.
feel it so strongly. It's like something is trying to pull itself out. So, oh, this is too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then check if it's okay, you know, here we are,
Yeah, it is.
if it's okay. So we kind
Yeah.
of go back and forth so that it might become a bit more easy for her. Yeah, there was a little yawn. Fantastic.
Mm.
So she gives
Yeah.
signal.
Yeah.
She shows us exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and she says, whoa, this is too much. I'm not sure if I can really be here. And then she needs to jump out again because, you know, she doesn't know yet. She hasn't experienced that yet to really be here.
Yeah.
Mm.
And do you think that's safety within me?
It's safety in the field. So it's
Okay.
everywhere. It is everywhere. It's,
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense.
yeah, it doesn't really
Yeah.
have to do with the person, but it feels personal. When one jumps
Yeah.
out,
Got it.
it feels very, very personal. But actually, when it feels safe, it is safe in the whole field. Then it's like, then the sense of connection comes again. When it's not personal, it's so
I'm getting
funny.
really, I'm getting so excited about what we're talking about right now.
So slow that down.
It's like touching. Okay.
Yes, slow that down. Fantastic.
It's just a question I've always wanted to ask. I think I've got it to ask.
Oh, cool.
And I'm so excited that because I haven't been able to ask it because I haven't been able to have words. Okay,
Yeah.
so you talking about the field everywhere. I
Yes.
heard that. And so as I'm, you know, wherever I am now, what has worked up until now is an experience of myself as two things, just
Mhm.
for how it's worked for me. Like there's been like an adult
Mhm.
self that I identify with, that
Mhm.
I call me or whatever, and then there's another aspect which I might call her,
Mhm.
and then I've always been, the more I can be the adult one, like you said, be here, then she can come through more. And then
Mhm.
sometimes I experience getting overwhelmed and flooded, and I can feel it. I have to slow it down.
Yes.
But there's some awareness, and this is the question, that there's not two.
Yes, exactly. That's super cool. Yeah, but there's also not one.
Yes. So I can't ask the
That's
question.
the joke, huh?
Like that's the question that I can't ask. Like, because you know, you listen to YouTubes and I have to turn them off about duality, non-duality, and they say
Yeah.
there's two, then there's one, and I go, none of it's true. None of
None
it's
of it
true.
is true. Yes.
None of it's true.
It's
So I
conceptual.
can't even, yeah, well, great. So excellent. Like
Yes.
that's the answer.
Yes.
No
Exactly.
question. Good.
Yes.
Because the
Yeah.
question that was also that. So that's why I can't formulate the question because it's conceptual. Okay.
Yes. What we can maybe say is that the more felt sense there is, more felt sense of, let's call it peace, that's when, you know, that conceptual sense of I disappears. You know, when it's just, oh, that, gosh.
Yeah. Home.
No needs to be grounded, home, present, here and everywhere.
Got it.
But then there's no thought of even, then you don't talk like there's one or two or three or whatever. It's when you just, wow, it's just that connection or whatever you want to call that. It's a felt sense, though. The moment you talk about it, it goes into trying to make something out of it, isn't it? Yeah. Otherwise, it's just, hey, beautiful, yumminess. Yeah, that's the big difference, isn't it? It's the huge difference. And when you try to talk about it, it becomes, yeah, it's cold. Mm. And little one just wants this yumminess, you know, it's like, oh, I'm in my mama's arms again. Mm. Mm.
And parts like want to understand and they chat.
Yeah, yes.
When you talk about that and I look at you, I think it's funny that you've got arms and that there's a perception that there's a boundary or something. Like I don't
Yeah.
see any boundary.
Yeah. See, it's, you know, but there's that other thing about experience. It just loves to experience, doesn't it? And when it gets a felt sense of, let's say, peace, and there is a so-called other one, oh man, the hug or the just feeling skin on skin or
Yeah.
looking at the same, you know, looking at the same rose or is it loves this. Life loves that, doesn't it? That's what makes life so beautiful, isn't it? It's like, arms are touching, or yeah, smelling the same, or
Yeah.
this amazing miracle of sensation. And then sharing that, where it just loves to witness itself. Oh my God. Yeah. Just cheek on cheek, or just walking hand in hand, or side by side, looking at each other. Yes, I see this too. Nothing more beautiful. No thought needed actually for that, but that exchange, nothing more exquisite. So my arms are right here to give you a big hug. Maybe on the market soon, somewhere again.
Yeah, that'd be great. It makes me
That
cry.
would be great. Yeah.
It might happen soon. Yeah.
Might happen soon, yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I might come dancing with you soon because
Oh, see, that's
yeah.
a hug.
I've been studying. Yeah, I've been studying for 4 years, my master's in counselling, and I finish in 2 weeks.
Oh,
And I
far
can
out.
begin to dance again and do more
Oh,
fun things.
looking forward. Seeing
Yeah.
dance floor.
Thank you so much.
Oh, so welcome. Beautiful exchange. Thanks.
Mwah. Love you.
Yeah, I love you too.
Thanks everybody for the space, the field.
Beautiful beings. Yumminess all over the place. Next meeting will be on Saturday. I think we got the times clear now, because we have also changed. Oh no, we have still the same time here in Byron. Yeah. Mwah. Love and peace. Ciao.